Alright, seems like we are live, I believe. How y'all doing? I know I am late in getting these done. I think I have kind of hit a sort of brick wall with exhaustion because this weekend was really draining for me. Needless to say. Okay. I'm just making sure. I had to check myself because I almost screwed up and was going to go live with the wrong video. I thought I'd go ahead and get you guys, you and Pisces, done, and then I would start back and go back into the daily astrology. And I was going to do the daily astrology all together from the 15th where I missed out, and I thought, nah, that would be too much time spent doing that, and I really didn't want to have it all combined. If you will also note that on for December, each one of the videos are going to be, whatever I do in that month, are going to be in a playlist. Just excuse me, is going to be in that month, like now, December 2023. So you can go back all through December, look at astrologies for dailies, or look at the readings for the sign. So we're going to go ahead and look at your astrology real quick, starting out on this video. Where is my pen? Okay. Look at the wrong one. So let's go ahead and switch over. Uh-oh, something is not showing here. I don't know why it is not showing. Oh, because I don't have it. Oh, that's why. Sorry. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm trying to get back in the swing of it. All right, I've got y'all first house, and the moon right now is in your second house in Pisces, and it is conjunct with Neptune, which is that planet of illusions, and it's direct, and it is it's about spirituality, and what this is connecting with right now. The moon being in Aquarius. That's on the wrong one. That's on the 15th. Okay. I didn't notice it didn't change that. Okay. Well, whatever. So we do have the moon here conjoined, which is very, sort of important here. Conjoined with Neptune, very spiritual. Pisces is that spirituality, but it can also sometimes create, when it is direct, illusions. Don't fall for any glamorous illusions. Right, be cautious. I just want to say, being very cautious. We do start out with you guys with the yod, as you can see right here. I don't know why that's not showing up. Oh, I know why. Because I don't have the right thing there. Okay. And I'm going to point this yod out to you. A yod it's known as the finger of God, but it's also known as finger of fate. That's where, I look at it like God puts his finger on something that says something right now is very important. And where it is pointing to is to the aspect or apex of this yod. God, it went away. The apex of this yod and destiny of fate is dealing with Uranus. So there's something very spiritual right now. And what is a yod? A yod deals with, there's two planets. One of them happens to be Mars here, okay, in the 11th house, which is the house of humanity, society, um, and Mars being there is something here about society. Society's change, drastic change. And also the other energy is about the midheaven. And it is conjunct with the South Node, letting go of something here dealing with society, still having faith in society. In other words, spiritually, we should not give up on society. But right now is still having faith in society. Now, what we have is a sextile from Mars over to the midheaven in Libra, finding some sort of balance here in relationship to others in society. And both the midheaven and Uranus being 19 is some way to survive something here and heal, in healing difficult situations with others, maybe in society, rulers, because the sun is there in Sagittarius. Sun is known as ruler. It's known as also dealing with bosses, father figures, anybody that's sort of empower or empowering in your life is to remember sextiles is opportunities for success, and actually something here that starts this day off where you have to make some sort of adjustment or some sort of change in relationship, because this is somewhere in your home as well. That could be a father presence or an authority figure presence, or the husband, or if it's in society, it could be groups and friends who kind of lead the group, the leader of the group, to survive something here. Because Mars is that warrior, that battler, the one who does the battling or who does the action, but also kind of looking at here with this opposition of Chiron. Something's in my way here. Of Chiron to the midheaven. Something here of whether, and this is Aries energy, which is the strength, it's a cardinal sign, taking the lead, the role of something here in order to help someone heal from maybe some things they need to release from the past, because something is drastically changed. And when we have a yod, which is, like I said, the finger of God, or the fate of destiny, what needs to be worked on here is the two quincunxes. And we have Uranus in a quincunx with the past, the South Node, past actions, something that was done here at this point in life where a need to make the adjustment, because quincunx are very difficult and their struggles. And with this yod, It's more of a spirituality. Now, I'm looking here with this being in conjunct with the moon. It's what the soul needs. It needs that faith in something here, a devotion to something here. There's with Pluto, there's quite a bit. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 quincunxes here, and I'm looking at with Pluto. Oh, I need my keyboard here a minute. Dang it! Oh, can't reach it hardly. With Pluto here being in the quincunx with Vista, so there's some sort of devotion, an aspiration, a plan. But the problem here is it's got to be worked through. Like I said, quincunxes are there to show that there are some adjustments to whatever plan there is or devotion there is in something here. In the daily routines of one's life. But remember, Vista is going retrograde. It is retrograde. It's moving back into Gemini in that 5th house. So there could be some sort of transformation in that 5th house to rethink, because we're talking about Mercury that rules this, and this is in opposition to the ascending that is at this time when I started your reading, is that the ascending had just started moving through Capricorn, which is, Capricorn is sort of it's a cardinal sign, it's a rulership, it's an authority figure, but you may be dealing with somebody here that could be going through this transformation that I feel with Mercury retrograde, they're going to have to rethink what their plan is, what their goal is, because there's been such a transformation at this point in life. And it may be, how do you help someone go through this transformation? Well, the best way I find that what's going through when you're going through a big life altering change is I cling to my spirituality more than I would any other time. Every day I would give praise and glory to the Almighty. But when there is this drastic change, we need to cling closer and release what our struggle is and give thanks to our Creator that it's already going to work itself out. And that's where this finger of God, or the destiny of faith, if you release something over to the divine and give thanks knowing it's going to be taken care of, and you release it, let it go, put it in the hands of God. Say, Lord, I can't. I've done that so many times over the last 10 years, more than I ever have in my entire life. And it has altered my life by doing so. And we've got to have that faith that this is going to work its way through. But with a Yod, the apex is this sudden change. Uranus can either be dealing with something of an inner individuality and uniqueness, intuitive and creative, expressed as an inspiration or a rebellion in some way. Now, with it being in Taurus, I would say there would be a rebellion because it is a fixed sign to go along with the transformation or go along with something of spirituality, thinking that I can handle it. I can deal with this. I don't know. How long do you think you can keep it up? I know at the point in my life, I had to release it. I knew there was nothing I could do, and only putting it in the divine's hand and God's hands for me and cling to my spirituality and my faith did it get me through it. But then doing so gives you a breakthrough in society structures to become independent and original. So I would say don't go to friends, don't go to groups. The biggest thing here is to cling to the Almighty because He speaks through us, to us, through the planet. And if you are a person of faith, it will get you through this. Trust me, I know, I've been there. The worst time of my life. It is such a humble feeling to know that I was not alone. That you can't do everything. Sometimes you just have to, with other people, you know, it's almost like that old saying, if you let it go and you release it, it's like the dove, it will go back to where it should be. Or it will return home. And it will set you free. If it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, then it's not for you. And I, being a Virgo is always like, how can I be of service? How can I help you? How can I help you through this? And finally, I had to just let it go. It wasn't for me to do it. So this could be somebody going through some sort of mid-crisis. I don't know, trying to find their inner individuality or their uniqueness or something about them of an inspiration, but also rebelling against the change. When you have someone that is so determined not to do it here, I mean, we're talking about the mutable signs that I'm seeing here. I'm talking about with Capricorn being a cardinal sign, Libra being a cardinal sign, Cancer being a cardinal sign. These are force energies where, with the quincunx here, and quincunxes are very difficult. It shows that there's got to be some sort of decision and adjustments got to be made. And somebody's got to have the courage to make that decision between these energies. And Vista being that of what are you devoted to in a spiritual way in your daily routines that you're going to be devoted to. And with it moving back into the fifth house, which is children, creativity, courage, the heart of a lion. It's about the heart. You've got to rethink something about what your heart wants here. It's also dealing with love affairs, romantic attachments. What are you overly, okay, when I think about romantic attachments, I think of something where we have such a soul connection to something that we desire our heart desires that we romanticize it. You ever had, like, it's like a crush, till you realize it's all the glamour you put on it and the illusion you put on it is not really as glamorous or as wonderful as you thought it was. It becomes negative to you. The best way I can explain this is somebody wanting their freedom. Okay, they want their individuality. They want to be unique. They don't want to follow the crowd. They want to be their own type of person. Get it? Great. That's awesome. Making your own decisions, making your own choices. But when we sometimes over romanticize things of, oh, we're going to be out here in this free world. I can do whatever I want to do. And it's like the kid leaving home for the first time. And, I can do this and I can do that. Always remember, there's always somebody we have to answer to. We're never really free. We're always still some way a servant. And what would you want to be a servant to? Me, I choose my God. I would rather serve him because he serves me well and he provides for all my needs every day, giving glory to that, than to serve any politician or over romanticizing a career. I know, some people think, careers are great. Yeah, they're great. After a while, you lose interest in it. And when you realize, look back at your life and think, well, I put all these years into something here and this is what I end up with. The company closes down, whatever. Things do change, and they do change drastically. And now there is where you're going to devote to now. And with that moon coming into and conjuncting with Neptune, it's like, hey, you better forget about all that glamour and illusion and that fog where you couldn't see something. Now it's like, we're going to see it. We are going to see it. It's going to come out. Hey, that was not so great. Because we do have where the sun is highlighting this. It's a square. And when the sun shines its light on something here, it burns the fog off. So now you can really see something here. And you're going to go, what? I thought that was all glamorous. I was going to be out in here in this world and I was going to be free, and all of a sudden I got to pay rent. I got to pay the light bill. I got to feed myself. I got to clothe myself. Don't have all the help that I need and blah, blah, blah. Really? Were you under that much of an illusion that you didn't see you were going to have to work for something here? And now you got to rethink your whole plan because you screwed your life up? You just took a big risk without thinking? You didn't have a plan in mind? All of a sudden the game changed? Still the same thing in love as well with people. People you love, people you care about. They screw up. And they make the worst mistakes there ever are. And then all of a sudden they realize, I shouldn't have jumped across that fence. I thought it would look really good over there, but, don't look so great. I had security over here. Now all of a sudden, I don't have nothing over here. See, when people consider breaking a relationship that is, and I can understand it if it's very toxic. I really can. That you just can't do it anymore. I get it. When there's no communication, there's no sharing of information between one another. There's no that bond, that connection, that physical connection, and someone's begging for it. I really need you, and someone's not listening or hearing it, then yeah, it's time to let it go. And that's the hardest thing. But believe you me, if you're always honest about things, the best solution will come out for you. As long as you are doing the right thing, you're following the right path. Because I was at that point in my life that was such a humbling experience for me. But yet, at the same time, when I let go and said, okay, fine, I'm not going to try and fix this anymore. I've done all I can do. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not, it's not. Okay. I found it very humbling, but yet I also found it, I wouldn't say humiliating, but I found the peace within me. There was such a calmness that came over me. And it was like, okay. Some things I had to turn over and let others take care of it. So right now, what's going to happen in the next few days, and I encourage you to please watch the astrology. I'm going to go back to the 15th where it's going to get difficult as time goes on near this holiday. The energies are going to be like all over the place. I saw them, and like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I was burnt out. Not from this, not from you guys, not burned out with this. I'm never burned out with this. I was just burned out from going through things I had to with my mom, and what's been proceeding and what's been happening and doing this and getting that done. Doctor's visits after doctor visits, and I was just exhausted, just literally exhausted, and plus my own medical issues. So it's very, very hard, and sometimes you just gotta say, God help me, I can't take it anymore. And so I take those rainy days that come, like Sunday, and I just rest. I just rest my body, rest my mind. Don't try to think about anything. Don't think about what I have to do. Just let it go. Because I know what's coming now. And it's like, Lord, it's going to be tough, ain't it? But through God's grace, and you put your faith there, you can survive this. People are always asking me, well, so-and-so loves me. I love them, but, we're having these issues. If you work on yourself and do your own healing work, that relationship's either going to work out or something better is coming along. One of the two. And you'll be thankful later on that you did do the work and put it in on yourself. I know that through experience. And if it's meant for me to be alone the rest of my life, so be it. I'm okay. I like me. I can humor myself, So this is where I'm kind of seeing things going. And like I said, with this holiday season coming up, it's going to be some stuff that's going to blow y'all's minds. So please look at the astrological charts that I wanted to do yours in Pisces and get them done, do your readings, and that way you can go back and look at the astrology. And I will include this day as well in that, since the day is the 19th. Okay? So y'all, we're going to switch over now to, hold on a minute. I got to turn the other, I'll be right back. I got to turn the other light on. Give me just a minute. Okay. Wait. Wait. I'm having a lot of pain in my left hip. I can imagine what the doctor's going to say when I go there. More doctor's appointments, x-rays, and he's going to be one of two things. Therapy or surgery. I'd rather go through the therapy, even though I'd hate to go as often. But gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what's going on. Alright. What is the main situation for Aquarius? Alright. Oh, we got something here with the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So this is where I'm saying that the ascending being there. Let me clear that off. Because I'm looking at your chart while I'm doing this. And, whoa, jeez. It's already beginning. Y'all better, I'm telling you. I'm going to go back to this just a minute to show you what's transpiring on the astrology part. So you can know what I'm talking about. You can see right here the cell, which is usually, you got two cells here. And some refer to it as the kite. So we have a cell here, kite here, a grand trine, okay? Trapezoid and a trapezoid. This is what's coming. And like I said, come back and look at the astrology when I get the 19th done. I'm going to be working on them today. So you can understand as this day goes on, this is the beginning of it. And it started around the 15th. Okay? Just to let y'all know. It started then, so I kind of saw it coming. And I'm like, oh crap. Anyway, this could be something with work. But we also see two individuals here very spiritual in nature, communicating something with you of the plan. So I feel like this is something here definitely this driven. It's Mars energy in Capricorn. Now, Mars is not going to get into, let's see. Let me go back. Let me go back over astrology a minute. Mars. When does Mars will enter Capricorn January the 4th. So this will be after Christmas and the New Year that Mars is going to enter Capricorn. So it's something here that right now that's transpiring that could very well be taking place calm, because we see all this darkness here. Something that is unknown. There could be a loss of something here because you don't know, but it's like the messenger, the spiritual messenger. It's like you have something that's already going to happen, that's coming, that it says like, okay, be prepared. There may be a loss of something here. Could be work. Because we are talking about your 12th house, which has something to do with karma. The 12th house is usually the house of karma. And with it being a cardinal sign, there could be a forewarning here of a coming loss. All right, let's see what. This is going to be the challenge. Okay. What is going to be challenging you here? This is going to be what's at the root of the issue. This is what's coming from above. As above, so below. Past, maybe your past actions, or something that the universe is doing due to some past situations that may be completely out of your control, but it's there maybe to help. The future, what's to come. I look at this like the south node. This is the north node. The unknown. Now remember, futures can change depending on our own actions and how we deal with challenges and what's at the root of them and what's coming from above. Because I feel like you're getting something here that's sort of a warning sign, or a warning message. And I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I don't believe in those. Unless, I know a lot of people do that, and I don't. I choose to stay in my faith and belief. This next card is going to be about either your energy or the energy surrounding you that may be affecting you in some way. Here is going to be what's external from you. And then we have the outcome, which, like I said, can be changed. The overall energy here, whoa, didn't expect that. There's a rebirth here. This judgment always comes after the death, and it's Scorpio energy. So this is what's to come. Has to do with Pluto. Remember I said Mars will be entering into Capricorn in January. So this is telling me that there's going to be a big transformation in your life. Remember I said here, it's like you're getting some sort of spiritual that you don't know, that's hidden, something dark. But there's going to be a regeneration, an awakening. You're called up to this awakening. And that is what's all here. There's a judgment on something here. Now, I don't know if this has to do with karma. We do have something with your 10th house. I'm not quite, hold on a minute. I'm not quite sure. I know Venus will be coming into contact as well with Mars. Whoa. Let's go back to the astrology for just a second, because I think that will help with something here with the reading. Okay, I know I'm being a Virgo. I know things aren't always perfect, but they got to be in my world, okay? Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, let's go back over to the astrology and let's look at Venus here for a minute. Um, oh, it's not changing. Why is it not changing? There it goes. Okay, I've got to change it. That's why. Um. All right, Venus is in Scorpio right now. It is Venus, isn't it? Yeah. It's hard, y'all. I've got one eye, okay? Give me a break. Um. Oh, yes. Venus will enter into Capricorn on January the 23rd, 2024. So it could possibly be in February, between January and February, that Venus is going to meet up with Mars in Capricorn. Because we know Mars is going to be there January the 4th. And Venus is going to come in on the 23rd. Interesting. I know. You see a grand trine there, don't you? Going to be interesting. Let's go back to the tarot, okay? This this is what happens to me a lot of times. I see things and then it drives me somewhere else to look at things. So that's how I do my research. I look at things, I see it, and then I'm like, okay, then I question it, and then I'm like, I need more information. I'm an information freak. I need to learn more. Because I have such, I guess, an inquisitive mind, that I need answers. And why is this that? Why is this that? I bet you I drove my mother crazy when I was little with why, until she got the point. She said, because I said so. All righty. All right, so we're going to put that along in here so we know this is the overall energy that is coming. You're waiting on it. You're going to be waiting on it. See that, son? Having the courage to face something here and survive it. And this would be Vista moving back into Cancer. That something is going to be a calling to you, that for you to be devoted to something here. Whatever it may be. I don't know. I don't have any idea. You know what's going on in your life, okay? I don't. And everybody's different. I don't know people's charts. Those things can only be looked at in a private reading or a private consultation. All right, let's see what the challenge is here. Oh, okay. We got the moon, which deals with Pisces, where I told you. This conjunction today at this time is that challenge of letting something, releasing something, and having faith. Remember, I said that finger of God, faith of destiny, having faith in something here that, okay, I'm going to, whatever's coming up that I don't know is happening. And this, where's that? This right here reminds me of that scorpionic energy. It's coming up out of the waters, something coming up out of the soul, out of the heart, that is challenging you to believe in something here. And you're going to see signs. And usually when I look at these, it's kind of like an animal instinct that we all have to realize something here is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. Don't fear it. Have faith in it. And that's kind of like where the finger of God comes in and the fate of destiny. There's going to be something here that will be a decision you will have to make, because the universe is saying you've got to make it. You've got to make this change, and you've got to have the courage to make this decision. To face something here that you might be afraid of. And it's with you being a fixed, you being a fixed sign, this could be something here of a behavior that you've got to let go of. And trust and have faith in something other than yourself. What's deeply rooted here? Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you let the devil in your house? This is strong. We got Pisces here, and we got the strong devil, Capricorn energy. Karma. For you, it's karma. It's the house of karma. When we see the lovers, we see like Adam and Eve. You know, she took the fruit from the tree. She fell for deception. She bit the apple because she trusted something she should not have trusted. Fell under its spell. She gave Adam the bite of the apple. So they both became where they had knowledge because they were lied to in some respect, or they believed the lie. They didn't have faith in something here. And you can see this is dark and this is dark. So something here is definitely hidden. I don't know if But this is where Adam and Eve followed and got into temptation and fell into it. So something here that's at the root of whatever this is, this situation. It's very dark, very bleak. You don't know what it is. And there's some fear here. You got to have faith. And not fall into something here that is more or less a trap. And in the astrology, starting today, there's going to be those traps. Don't believe something here. And I feel like with these two individuals here, which is very spiritual, and that darkness, and this being Capricorn, he of little faith. It's kind of like what the message is coming to me. Don't fall for conspiracy theories, but there's something here. Don't fall into addictions as well. Let's see what's above. Oh, we got the Ten of Pentacles. Something in family. Something in the relationship. Is there a feminine energy? I'm going to just ask you. I'm going to come out with you guys, with the men on this. Now, when I do my astrology or the tarot, I don't look at gender basis unless I see something that makes me feel like that I need to. So I'm going to ask the guys, the masculine energies, are you under someone of feminine energy influencing you that you may be married to, or you may be living with, or you may be dating or something here? I feel like it's more of where things are shared, resources are shared. This is strong Virgo energy. Is there some sort of influence to you, to your family? Is there someone that you live with, or someone that you, and this, in a way I can say, but for some reason, first thing I picked up was the feminine energy that's influencing a masculine energy when it comes to his family. And I'm going to tell you all right now, there is nothing more valuable than the security of family, unless you have a very toxic family. There's somebody here of faith. If I was looking at this for myself, I would be like, I would trust my faith more than I would trust what someone told me. But then I would have the patience to work at this, because this is daily routines. It's a devotion, something here of a devotion. Somebody's so devoted, and there's such darkness around something here. And as far as I know, I don't have Aquarius in my, I don't look at it right now. I don't think about it. I don't dwell on it every day, what's in my chart. other than, what my moon is and my ascending. I know I have Leo as my ascending. So I show that courage and that strength. And I don't have a problem making the decision when it needs to be made, but I want to make sure I'm making the right decision in what I do. That whatever I do, if there's other people involved in my life, which right now there's not, it's just, other than my mother, that I have the courage to make the decision that needs to be made here. And I feel like there's somebody here influencing another person. And I'm saying this to the masculine energy, that the feminine energy is there's something that's dark here that uses possibly sexual influence in some way to get what they want. Or they influence the other person through simple ways or through intoxication. Let's see what's here in the past in the South Node. Oof, yes. We see Saturn here. Somebody's influencing. Okay. Influencing something in with as far as children are concerned. Or somebody here is influencing something of in romantic affairs, in a relationship. If somebody here has got something really dark going on, but they're an influencer. Could it be a father figure? Possibly. Or could it be the feminine energy that's influencing the partner against the father figure? Possibly. But there is some conflict going on here. And it's very dark. I can give y'all a little story here, a little background on myself. And I always say, when you let the devil in your house, don't be surprised what you see. Okay? Don't be surprised one bit. Because I noticed in my own life, there was someone who was very dark around me. Secretive. Addictions, had addictions. And I saw things in my own house that were, since this person has been out of my life, they don't happen anymore. So there was something around a person, and like I said, I don't have Aquarius that I know of in my chart. But there is something being of an influence here. What's in the future? We have the King of Pentacles. Some people will refer to this as Taurus because of the head of the bull, but it could be an individual. That won't change their behavior. They're very stern in this behavior. And this is where that sudden, that Uranus, Jupiter energy, both of those being retrograde. Somebody here is going to be forced to change their behavior, their habits, or it's going to consume them. The fear here is going to consume them. Or they're going to have this spiritual awakening. Let's see what the energy is that surrounds. Didn't expect that one either. I should have, but I didn't. Especially with that being your overall energy. Somebody here is going through a transformation, a spiritual transformation. That's Pluto energy again, but that's Virgo. Or I'm sorry, that's Scorpio. Sometimes, Virgo and Scorpio signs or their icons look the same, and I have to know that Virgo does the, I ain't going to say it. I mean, they both kind of look like an M, but one's tail goes a different way, while the other one's tail goes the other way. Virgos will internalize things, whereas Scorpio, they sort of, they hold secrets. They got sort of that devil's tail. Can be very jealous or vengeful. But there's something here, and I look at this a lot of times as that King of Cups. And we do see the sun here. We see the sun coming up on the horizon. And we see exactly, and I love the death card, and I'll tell you why. Because there's so much here. And you can see the towers, and you can see whatever this is. The challenge is in this death and transformation. That somebody fears something here that is so dark. You're dealing with somebody here who I would say is being attacked by a dark entity. Look at somebody's tattoos on their body, and that will tell you. And whoever this is that's going through this, they got to change. They're being called to change. They're being called to awaken to something here. Something in their addictions. That they go through this temptation. They believe the temptation. They will take the risk to believe something here if they think that it gives them power. Let's see what's external going on here. We got the Knight of Swords. Strong air energy. Look at that. Wow. We got the Lovers. There is somebody here that's very spiritually devoted. There's going to be some sort of communication that goes on here. That's why this is over here giving a warning of what's to come. That has to do with this, of other people that destroyed a very spiritual connection here. I'm just wondering what was, how are you affected by this? Somebody has a very strong spiritual connection to the divine. that they know sin when they see it. And they know the repercussions of the sin. And somebody is scared to death over here that their partner is being influenced by it. And you can see she's looking up to the angel, the divine, and is pleading. Pleading for somebody here, for this person. She knows that this person, and if you can see here, this path that this, whatever this is on, is going straight into that mountain that's behind there. Her prayer is being answered. I can tell you that right now. Because I still feel like there's something over here where somebody here is being influenced. And I don't think it's this. We got good and evil here in your life. And you better cling to that good, that spiritual person. Because it's going to force a transformation. Let's see what the outcome is. I'm almost scared to look at it. Yep. Jupiter. Jupiter and Leo. Look at here. We've got Saturn. Two of the most socialized. There's going to be a realization for somebody here that it was something in society, because you see these Five of Wands, that somebody here got tempted into this, and it destroyed a very spiritual connection. And somebody's got to overcome this. They know that this over here in society, and their behavior was the downfall of this person in Jupiter, expansion and growth of their relationship. They destroyed it. They caused the downfall. Because what? Because they're toxic. These people are toxic. Somebody's going to wake up to something here, that there's an influencer here that's out to destroy. And if you, so we see one tower here, an institute, tall, big building. Somebody better have some communications here. Think before you speak, or what you hear. Don't always believe everything you hear. I'm going to clarify the major arcanas and the king, or the court cards. With the Lenormand deck. All right, let's start with this moon card. This challenge. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You see the mountains here in the back? You see the mountain here? Somebody's going to be on this very painful journey. this challenge or whatever you fear, you need to face it. This is a journey. Ten of Swords, of bringing something here to an end. It's going to be a difficult journey, painful journey. Somebody's going through a painful journey, a transformation, for sure. And it's not easy. Not easy at all. What is this with the Devil card? You know, sometimes I wonder, whenever I don't do a reading, I know there's always a reason why. And I always say, it comes out when it's meant to be. Because at the beginning of this month, there hasn't been a whole lot going on. And this reading is definitely showing me that there's something that's more important what's coming than what's already happened. Because if I did the reading earlier, it would have been more focused on this, which is something that's probably already happened. It's in the past. But look what it's brought into. What is this with the Devil energy? Clarify the Devil energy. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas here. And the overall energy of a rebirth. Pluto is going to force this to bring something into the consciousness. I'm going to take that one that kind of is the Queen of Cups. A nesting. Give me clarity for the Devil. I'd rather for it to come out on its own than to pop out like that. To return to the nest. A need. The sun energy is there. See? Told you. Queen of Wands. Somebody left something here. Their home. Or some deception. Somebody fell into an addiction. A deception here. Came from over here. Let's see what this transformation is going to take place. Ooh. The Messenger. Remember I said something about here, a messenger? 9 of Cups. There's a message coming here that's going to force this change. It's a covenant. Something in the covenant. Somebody's praying for somebody here. Prayer is going to be answered. Let's see what the Lovers is. Definitely 9 of Pentacles. I feel like this is known as a sarcophagus, but it's like somebody who's it's going into the afterlife, but it's going into more of a spiritual place and leaving the materialistic world behind. Somebody was so much more into the materialistic world than they were into having faith in something here. And that person is like, Lord, let this in. This king's got to make a choice. Queen of Pentacles. Look at the queens. Queen of Cups. And I feel like this, definitely this Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here. She's going to be just fine. She makes the right decisions. She goes into the light. She brings that darkness, that light into the darkness. The awareness. What is this Knight of Swords? Air. Look at that. The ring. The Ace of Wands. Which is what's here in this outcome. Somebody's going to overcome this. They're going to want growth. They're going to want expansion. They don't want this. Somebody here is going to realize they've got to leave the materialistic world behind. And they got to commit to the purpose, to the person. They got to show that devotion to the individuality that gives them that feeling of security, and stay away from this. Somebody's going to go through a definitely rebirth here. I do want to see where. Okay. I do want to see what the victory is here. I feel like there's a rebirth to a covenant here, to a commitment, a devotion. At the bottom here. See, somebody's going to go deep within themselves. They're going to be forced to really look at that darkness. Whether they want to or not. Let's see this. Six of Wands. This person's fighting something. Sometimes it's hard for me to it'll come when it needs to come, I guess. Give me clarity for that six of whoa. Something to this is like the rebirth. Something in the spring. And we're going to have that total solar eclipse April the 8th. feel like somebody here that it's their life purpose on this earth to finally believe in fate and destiny and not to deny it. For you, those of you who believe in past lives and that sort of thing, this would be somebody who's probably lived some tragic past lives. I don't believe in them myself. I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to deny it. But I don't think it's everybody has a past life. I feel like there's those that are selected. But this is almost like that awakening. You know, we're born into the world, but to be reborn is reborn in the spirit. And face the death of the old. And I hope somebody who's had this experience a very powerful message. I mean, it would be like this person fulfilling their purpose in life here. If it was nothing more for them to be able to turn things around and be free of this toxic energy, this toxic behavior that they've been in denial of so long. And believe you me, if they don't, then you know what? They'll probably come back again. Whoa. Okay. Yep. We have the privileged lady. I feel like somebody's guiding somebody here to something. You see how she's dressed? I feel like somebody wants this. Like that kind of saying, you know what, you wouldn't take a whore home to your mama, right? You wouldn't take a prostitute home to your mama, right? And this could have been somebody who's lived that sort of life. What is this? I'm gonna go with this over here. Because I want to see exactly. I keep feeling the despair card. Normally I don't want to say what I'm feeling. Maybe I need to be brave enough to but I feel like somebody's overcoming something here. A mature man. Now, the despairing card does have a man on it, but this is dealing with a mature man. And I feel like he was influenced by others. He wasn't his own individuality, original person. But I feel like he's going to be, and he's going to come out overcoming this, the influence of others. And he's going to take, ooh, look at there, courtship. I'm telling you, somebody's had a very big impact in somebody's life here. And we do have this. Somebody can go against it. Now I'll say that. But I'm telling you, as above, so below. Something destroyed somebody's security. Was it those people? And somebody's not their own person. They're more into influences by others. Oh, let's see what the spirit has to, what message it has. What spiritual message is there for Aquarius? Sorry, I couldn't cut the deck there. What spiritual messages for Aquarius? Okay. Truth be told, somebody needs to tell the truth here. And the truth is going to come out. What comes after that is a never ending story. Through the heart. And what's at the bottom is chopped wood. Somebody needs to take some action here. Definitely. And clear up something that's just like it's like a pattern of behavior that just constantly repeats itself. And somebody's got to break it. And they got to clean up their act. And they've got to take the action. You can't make anybody change. And that's the thing about people really need to learn about relationships. You can't change nobody. I've seen people trying to change people. You can't change them. Don't ever try to make somebody what you want them to be. It doesn't work like that. If you love somebody, you got to accept some certain things, but help them through life. Oh, this full moon. Look at that. Both of these are 14. Something about salvation. Focus on salvation. Focus on your salvation runs through telling the truth. Something here. Something honest. I don't care if you're dealing with someone, tell the idiot the truth. And I'm not going to say the new moon because the new moon's done passed. But I will say what I'll give to you on this one will be the new moon that is going to come after this full moon. And what we have here is resistance. Somebody is still grasping onto something here. They got to let something go. If they want peace. And purity. Masculine energy. Self-reflection. Like I said, that well, somebody's got to look real deep inside their own selves to find what they need to find here. A lot of times we find the truth within ourselves. Don't deny it. But we got to look deep within ourselves, our own reflection. See, somebody here with this is like this mask. Somebody's got to take the mask off. Quit lying. Quit hiding things. Tell the truth. And it will set you free and it will give you salvation. Oh, let's see. Let's give a healing message for Aquarius. Because I feel like your reading's going to go on. It's going into the next season. And please, like I said, check out I will be doing them today, but I'll be going back to the 15th because I don't want to put them all together, the astrology. I'd rather for you to be able to look at them, and it would be too long. What's the healing message for Aquarius? What is the healing message for Aquarius? I feel like it would be too long. So I'd rather stick with the daily. That way you can go back or go ahead. You can even reflect. If I'm doing astrology later on for next year, and I say something that happened back when, you could go look at the astrology and see what it's showing. This is talking about fostering or foster patience. Somebody's going to have to be very patient, or somebody is being very patient. Patience will bring healing. Sometimes you have to wait for prayers to be answered. They're not answered in your time. They're answered in divine timing. That's why the finger of God says you need to have patience. You got to have faith. Your answers are coming, or your prayers will be answered. But you've got to have the courage to make a decision here. Something you've got to face of what's coming. All right, let's see what the universe is manifesting here for Aquarius. Whoa. Too much information. Oh, okay. That one just jumped out. Got two. I'll take them. All right, this one is kind of like in reverse. The elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries. Spiritual, mental, and physical, and emotional. And it came out in reverse. So what I feel like right now is somebody here is dealing with something here. At this moment, but what came out here is upright. So it's the triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. And that is the headdress that's worn upon the empress. Not the empress, the high priestess. A lunar cycle. Somebody's going to have to create these boundaries, and the universe is trying to create it. That protection. Somebody doesn't want the protection right now. They're not seeing the evil of something here. You could be dealing with somebody that says, well, there's nothing wrong with me. I mean, I have my ex saying that same thing to me. There's nothing wrong with me. Oh, you just don't see it like I see it. I mean, I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. You just don't see what I'm seeing here. Because like I said, I have had nothing spiritual happening, dark and ugly, happening in my life since we split up. Nothing. I had doorbells that would ring at 1 o'clock in the morning. Even after I took the batteries out, it still would ring. I had dogs that would sit and look at the wall that normally would go in rooms, all of a sudden wouldn't go in there. Or go outdoors, that all of a sudden they didn't want to go out the door. And I'm talking about big dogs. I had like bull mastiffs, and they refused to go out the door on the side. That dog looked like it was absolutely terrified. Along with the child at the time standing there looking at the wall and barking at it and howling at it. I'm telling you. Not to mention things that was happening to him. And what I saw myself at one point, toward the end. Not that I was afraid. I mean, why? If you're covered and protected in the divine, why should you be afraid when you see something evil, an evil entity, when you actually see it with your own eyes? Why would you be afraid? You're protected. They can't touch you. All right, let's see what for you guys for Aquarius. What doors is the divine opening here? Oh, three-eyed raven coming out in reverse. Okay. I'm giving you the second one because of the doors here. And it's kind of fitting. This door here is blue. Something of the soul. This is coming out in reverse. The three-eyed raven. A sunrise hits upon the dew. A messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. But I feel like even with the divine warning, somebody's not prepared. And they're trying to call out to you. Ravens are dark. And something is trying to warn you, but you're not listening. You're not hearing the call. And remember what I said about Uranus, the sudden change of something here in the home? I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, come on. And the next thing we got is the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands. And botany, which meaning the plants, be it getting out in nature, explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. But in other words, I'm feeling like this is like you're not hearing it. You're not hearing the message, and you're not getting it because of you're surrounded with distractions. Somebody here is not hearing the call, the messengers that are trying to give the message. All right, let's do the Astro Dice for the feminine energies of Aquarius, and we'll see what we got there. What is it for the feminine energy? All right, we've got Uranus. That was Uranus. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Yep, here it is. That sudden change is coming for the feminine energy. So be prepared for the unexpected. We got Gemini here. I think you're going to be questioned when it comes to, with that Mercury retrograde and the sudden change of something here. And we got the fourth house, which is exactly where Uranus is sitting at, in the fourth house. So you, a feminine energy Aquarius women, expect the unexpected, but that has to do with something of where are you placing your devotion. And I did talk about a feminine energy over here. Oh, let's see what the masculine energy. What we got here for the masculine energy? Whoa. Oh, gosh. We got Capricorn energy. We got the South Node. I'm going to have to do this one over again. Second house, which is exactly where that Pisces, that moon is right now conjuncting. Men, get out of the illusion. The sun is trying to burn off the fog. That whatever you believe is reality, it's not. And you're going to have to let illusions go. They're negative energy. Get rid of them. Whatever is tempting you, get rid of it. Let it go. Have faith. Believe in that finger of the divine, the yod. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be a strong impact of energy here that's coming. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope this was useful. I hope it helps in some way. I hope you can refer back to it in the coming days, as long as with the other readings. Now remember, when I do readings, if I don't do them, and you're wondering where they're coming from or when am I going to do one, I let the spirit guide me. For some reason, the messages are blocked until I get like, okay, today's the day. Today you're going to sit here and you're going to do this. So I think this is why you didn't get a reading earlier. Because it was meant for you to see it now, and it was meant to show you that something that's coming. But I do appreciate you being here. Please, as soon as I'm putting out the astrology for the days, I'll be going, like I said, the 15th, the 16th, 17th, 18th, up to the night, today's astrology, and show you what is coming on and what is happening. Okay? And getting these out of the way, then I can focus more on the astrology, and then I can start looking at the astrology coming for January as well. Okay? I do appreciate y'all coming, and please give the video a thumbs up and share the link to the videos to others you may think needs it to hear the message. Okay? I love you guys, and again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you're here with me. You subscribed. Remember, everything is general, but if it relates in some way, I don't have people's charts, so it can't be like a personal reading. So, like I said, I do appreciate you all spending this time with me out of your day and having faith in me as well. So y'all take care, and thank you, thank you, thank you.